Hey everybody, Andy Nelson. So one thing I don't think I've ever done before is actually break down the anatomy of a trademark registration, the actual certificate. So I'm going to do that for those of you who have questions. You've probably seen these before, maybe you haven't. So this is what you get when you get a federal registration of your trademark by the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office. So very simple. It's a certificate. It tells you where it's from. It tells you right up front what the mark is. So it's going to be maybe words. It may be, you may see a color photo or a color depiction of your logo, if that's what it is. Maybe black and white if you applied for it in black and white. If it's not a traditional mark, like sound or something like that, there's going to be some kind of description there indicating what it is. Now, what else is on the certificate? Registration number. Every single trademark registration has a unique registration number. So, for example, if you need to look someone else's up, you can ask for that registration number, or if someone has just applied, they don't have a registration number, but they'll have what's called a serial number. So you can look for other pending applications by serial number. But in this case, you get a registration number right there, okay? Also, what you're going to see right here, the date of the certificate itself is going to be right here, when the registration was issued. And then what you're also going to see here is this stands for class, international class. In this case, it is 21. There are over 40 classes now, 46 classes to be exact, in the trademark office. And what that means is the trademark office divides products and services up into 46 different classes. There are 34 goods classes, and then after that we get to services classes, that last 10 or so for services classes. And when you get a registration, your mark goes in one or more of those classes if you apply for multiple classes, which does bear on the scope of protection of your mark, and also it tells you kind of the places where you may not have protection if you're not offering particular goods or services. Reason why that is because nobody gets a mark for everything on the planet. Your mark is kind of the extent of it. Its scope is really to the goods and services you're offering and kind of their natural zone of expansion, or maybe some complementary products or services that, if there was a similar mark in, might lead to consumer confusion. So at any rate, and then also you see a note here, principal register. So there are two registers on the with the Patent and Trademark Office. There is the principal register and the supplemental register. I'm not going to go into detail on that right now, other than to say if you're on the principal register, you're in the best spot. You get the greatest number of benefits for a registration on the principal register. There are reasons, maybe I'll cover that in another video, other reasons why you might be on the supplemental register, and that might be whether you're likely to be on the supplemental register versus the principal might lead you to adopt a different strategy as to what you protect. For example, really quick, if you intend to sell goods and you want to be on Amazon's brand registry, you need to make sure that your mark is not going to end up on the supplemental register, because if it does, as of the date of this video, you're not going to be able to take advantage of Amazon's brand registry. So anyway, that is the anatomy. Oh, I can't forget the gold seal. Of course you get a gold seal. Everybody loves a gold seal, right? So that's the anatomy of a federal registration, a trademark registration. The registration certificate looks like that right here. Once again, I'll point out this word mark, an awesome brand, by the way. ICTech, it makes really high-end roto-molded coolers based out of Tennessee. Anyway, that's it. If you have any questions about this video, drop me a comment below. Shoot me a note. If anybody would benefit from this video, please feel free to share it. Anyway, have a good one. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.